Yo, what's going on? All right, I think we're good. Hope you guys are having a good day. Close that. All right, should be good to go. Right? You guys hear me good? All right, we're gonna take a look at some meme coins. I got a lot of people asking me about these today, and I made a couple posts today about some coins. And let me just double check the volume's good here. About these today, and nope, we're good. We're in here like swimwear. And if you guys got any suggestions or any coins you want me to take a look at, feel free to drop them in the chat. I'll be sure to pull them up and take a look. First things first, I got to move this bad boy over to here, and I got to move this up. All right, that should be Gucci right there. Banging. Man, I'm pretty fucking excited about this week. I don't know what's in store for it. I'm just excited. I don't know. One of those things, man. You just kind of got that feeling like, I don't know. It's exciting. But I did make the announcement on Simply Chilling. We're going to be having Quicks in the building Wednesday at 11 o'clock this time right now. Going to have him in for a conversation. And I've got another guest for Thursday. I'll let you guys know who that is tomorrow. But first things first, let me get this goddamn fucking bird eye open so we can take a look at these coins. First ones we're going to take a look at are clearly going to be, the ones down there on the screen, Troll, Quag, and Beercoin. That's not my total bag, but it's my favorite coins right now. I don't know. It's my holdings that I like to talk about. So, I got Bonk, Jupe, a couple other main ones, but I don't have every coin. And Jupe's up 15.4%. Let me get this screen up here. Share that. Got some green in the charts, man. Yesterday's shit was all red, but that's typically how that shit goes. That's so funny seeing. Never mind. Fucking ADD like a motherfucker. All right, so here we go. We got Jupe up 15% right here. Let me swap these over here so you can see a little bit better. Boom, boom, boom. Come on. You go here. Ta-da. Yeah, I still don't like that. Perfect. All right. Like I said, we got Jupe over here at 15%. We got Whiff 6.8%. Anything else? Fartcoin 2.7%. Whiff, whatever. A lot of good price action on coins in general. But when we take a look at Solana, we're gonna look at all these meme coins here. And things are doing pretty good. Got a nice little market pump going on. Moonpig's up 25%. Not bad. Huma is up 801%. Not bad. 401k is, man, these fucking coins, dude. It's so crazy how they fucking just run up. But let me find the coins. Well, I guess we can go take a look at Jupe real quick and then we'll move from there. Should be good to go there. Hey, what the fuck? Why'd it go back? I'm about to look at that shit. Come on. What the fuck is that shit? I don't even know if I hit a button and it took me over there. All right. Let's take a look at this thing and see where we're at with the price action. Jupe is not a coin you want to fade, man. Like, this is, in my opinion, you should probably be pretty bullish on this and have more of this and some of the meme coins unless you're just looking for crazy fucking run ups and shit like that. But you can see this did have a pretty significant run up in just a month's time right here. You know, went from 30-ish, 39 to $1.85 or something like that. That's not bad at all. But again, even since this, or even from when this coin came out and its lowest low, we still had opportunity. We've been talking about this, and it's staircasing. It's finding itself, support, resistance, whatever you want to call it. But it looks like we are back in in the zone of upward trajectory. It's a complete reversal right here. Everything looks good. It's a inverse head and shoulders, I would imagine, something similar to that. So typically what that means is shoulder, shoulder, head, and then these typically signal a bullish momentum or a bullish move. So what would you want to look for here if you were getting into this coin? To be honest, in my personal opinion, holding on to this until it's at like $5 or some shit like that. I don't know what it would take for it to get there. I'm not going to do the math. It's at 1.96 billion. It would have to really fucking move to get up there. You'd have to be, I don't know. Again, I'm not going to do the math right now, but I would hold on to this and not look for an exit. I'll put this in a wallet. You don't check, wait for the timeline to tell you what's going on with these kind of coins. But the other benefit of this is hold this, stake this. And that's the other, like, good part about it. So I use the Juke wallet mainly, and then I think we talked about that earlier, but Juke wallet is mainly the wallet I use, and you can go through there, you can see your staking, you can see everything like that. That also gives you the ability to vote in their DAO, and you do get rewards from doing that over time. So there is more benefit to holding this coin, just other than waiting for a fucking 100x or some shit like that. But anything is possible in crypto, man. But this is like I wouldn't say it's the engine of Sol. I was saying that before, but that doesn't make much sense. It's like, I don't know. It's just, Solana wouldn't be Solana without having Jupiter. I know there's Radium, and they do a pretty damn good job too. I'm not knocking them at all. I just personally like Jupiter and everything I've seen done and what they're doing now. Price looks good right here. You might get a little bit of resistance right here at the 65-cent mark because you have so many. You have the breakout right here. That's where it came out, around 70 cents right there. Bounced. Not really going to count that one. And then another one right here where it bounced. But when you have support, that turns into resistance until it breaks support or breaks that resistance. Then it uses that as support again. You don't have price history down here on these low lows to really see that the same way. It doesn't really work that just because it went so fucking low. I mean, I wish I was buying this thing at like 30 cents. That's a 1x right there. So you can only imagine where this thing can go. And I mean, this is a downtrend. This is whatever. But we're in a bull market right now. We're in a bull run. And this is where these things can go parabolic pretty damn quickly. And if we get trillions more poured into the crypto market, bro, this thing could definitely do some fucking wild numbers. Right now, the market cap, like I said, is 1.96. You have 943,000 wallets. It says holders, but I could have 1,000 wallets with a little bit of Jupe in there. That would be a good idea if you're trying to benefit from the Jupiary airdrop. Just some alpha there. But I mean, it looks good. I like everything I see here. I mean, I don't have to see this. I could just kind of look at it and be like, this is Jupiter. I use it every single day. So I don't know. Do your own research when it comes to these coins, but this is definitely one I would asterisk and put at the top of the list. Let's just do that. Let's go from, I got to fucking sign into this. God damn it. Log in here. You mother mucker. Let me hide this shit from you guys real quick. I don't know if it really matters like that, but we will sign in and I'll get you guys right back. I literally just signed out of this because I didn't want everything shared there. Is that it? Hold on a second. I got to press. Okay. Sign in. Bonk. There we go. If you guys are in the chat right now or in the stream right now, if you could share this out, get more people in here, I'd appreciate it. Get more people watching and joining in. It'll be a lot more fun. We'll have this set up right. And where's my... Okay, perfect. Now we're good. Now we're cooking. View this. That's you. Put me down here. Beautiful. So 1.78 billion on the market cap for Bonk. Not too shabby. This one's almost the same fucking numbers as Juke. 925,000 wallets here. Again, not holders. Holders would be individual people. These are just fucking wallets. It is a little deceiving sometimes, but the distribution of these coins, some people do make it a point to, you know, just mass distribute to fucking everything because they want to see more people with the wallets because it looks like holders. So don't be deceived by that bullshit. I'm going to zoom out here so you can see the full view. Whenever you're looking at charts, guys, like unless you're doing like perps trading, like, or some fucking stupid shitters that are, you know, likely going to go to zero within a matter of hours, zoom out. Use the 4-hour chart. Use a 2-hour chart. Like, don't fucking kill yourself trying to look at these charts like minute by minute, and you're gonna get stressed out. So we're looking for this kind of move, and this comes when quote unquote retail kicks in, and you get these parabolic moves like that, and that's what we're looking to see somewhere over here. We have a full cup handle, and typically the run up for this is the deepest point of this to the top. So if you got a line right here, and this doesn't always work out exactly like it, but typically, I mean, I've been looking at this more, try to understand some of these things a little bit better, and trust me, I'm not a fucking professional. I'm not your tax guy. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I see and helping you guys find the opportunity. It's up to you to press the buttons. All I can do is give you the play, and you run with it and do what you got to do. Take profits, pass it, fade it. I personally don't care. So when you have this, you have your cup and handle situation. After it gets done doing this bullshit and chopping down a little bit, you typically get a run up, of this size. And where would that be? That leaves you almost to this next full cut. You're going to get a full reversal. I mean, it will chop. It won't look like a straight line like this. It could. It's happened. But what you're going to see here is it runs up basically about the depth of the cup and handle. That's statistically how these things work. Does it work this way today, tomorrow? I don't know. But that's what I'm looking at. And I have no interest in selling Bonk. I got all my shit locked up. Literally every time I buy it, I lock it up and stake it because you get rewards. You get 3x on your investment by locking it up, supporting them. And some people don't like to lock their tokens up because they want to be able to fucking sell that quick. Well, I will say this. If you're trading like that, just be careful because I don't know. You might get out of a position too early. You know what I mean? Like, you just have faith in these things. Like Emmy, they did like a 3x on their airdrop to whoever staked and for the full max staking situation. So when you see that opportunity, I personally kind of advise it now for myself. With Kaido, I stake that because I think that there's going to be some airdrop. I hope there's not a minimum on it because I don't have a ton. I got a few $100 of it in there. I just kind of put my airdrop back into it, and we'll see how that plays out. But what's the other one? Juke, Bonk, and Kaido. What else am I think there's something else I'm staking. I can't remember. Maybe Solana. Probably. Either way. The next coin, I'm going to skip over Magic Eden. I mean, you're just going to see this thing. Fuck it. I'll just show it to you for a second. It's going to be at the bottom, kind of doing what Pengu's doing. But Pengu is something a little bit more interesting, in my opinion. I'm not fading Magic Eden. I think Magic Eden is a solid play. This is like a good 5-year play or some shit like that. I don't know. However much time you got. See what I'm saying? There's nothing to fucking look at here. This is the easiest play in the world. It's at the fucking bottom. It's the #1 NFT marketplace. Wait until they get like meme coins on that bitch. and they'd really kill it. I mean, they got meme NFTs, so why not? But yeah, there's nothing really to talk about there. Pretty much anywhere in this area is a good buy range. All right, let's talk about FWOG. Let's take a look at this. I just did a video on these 3 coins right there that you guys see, and posted them to all the different platforms. So we're staying on schedule. That's another thing, guys. Doing all this shit, it's some people say, oh, you're gonna burn yourself out. Well, no, I'm not, because you probably would say that I'd overwork myself if you saw how often and how consistent I train. And no, I'm not. I know what I'm capable of, and I know what I can do. And if I do fucking burn out, well, let me just take a nap and get back to it. Ain't nothing but a G thing. You know what I mean? So FWOG, we are at 76.14 million on the market cap, 82,000 holders on here, almost 83,000. You love to see it. All right, so pretty damn easy play here. Come on. If you're playing for the short term, if you're playing this with leverage, then yeah, look at these 15 minutes and all of that. But if you're looking to invest into this and get some serious returns on just holding and believing in this, well, I got into this first time I bought into this thing was down here in the 1 cent range. I did not catch this down here at the bottom right here where it was, yeah, right there again. But I got into this right about here, literally before this was about to take off. I kept hearing people talking about it, and you know who said something about this on the space? When Easy used to do his morning spaces, he mentioned this coin. He was like, I'm just hearing things or something like that. Like, I don't know. I just wrote it down, and like I kept hearing about it the rest of that day, and so on and so forth. And so I said, fuck it, let me throw the chunk in here. And I got out of this somewhere right around here. Is this? Yeah, this is the area right below this. So I missed out on this top part, but shit, dude, that's like a 40x from there. That's not bad. It's nothing to, you know, be upset about. Any profit's better than losing, bottom line. So even a penny, I know that's fucking retarded, but like if you lost your ass on a play, but you exited at break even, that's still better because you got another couple shots, you know, in the chamber. So yeah. But yeah, FWOG, they got amazing artwork. The NFTs go for ridiculous prices. I was rocking a PFP. I just right click save that shit because there's no way I'm gonna buy a Memecoin NFT for that amount of money. You're crazy. I know it's collector stuff, but that's just not how I would like to play that. But anyway, we're at the bottom. We have price history. We have price action that we can kind of look at and correlate it to. So when I look at this, I mean, I could have properly planned this out. You got resistance here. Once we pop over these humps, like you see how this did break through there. It didn't do it easily, but it did make it through. But we got rejected right here. So we're going to have to pump through here and get up above these. We really want to get in this range. We want to get in the 20 cent range. That looks to be pretty good. But look at this fucking buying pressure, bro. Like, look how many people are just pouring into this thing. Way more green in this area than red. So keep that in mind. Again, I think this does break the all-time high. I think you see a full, fill the gap and goes to $1. I think this goes to $1 billion, So we'll see what happens. I would love to see this one go to $1 billion. Not gonna lie to you guys, especially getting into these ranges, bro. You're gonna make a killing. Full clip that bitch. No, I'm just kidding. Do whatever you want to. Honestly, every time I hear somebody say full clip, it makes me think I should probably, or not the full clip something. I'm like, man, I should probably full clip this because you never know. Or do 85%, 70%, something like that. Leave some in there because you never know what it's gonna do. But the more and more we get greedy in this game, the more and more that shit is not going to pay off the way you want it to. Is that maxed out? Oh, where'd I go? Okay. All right, let's move on. But you get the idea. That, I mean, a kid could tell you like, well, that looks like it's at the bottom. You don't have to know anything about fucking crypto or trading. You can just see like, well, if it goes back, right? Yeah, exactly. That's the point. All right, let's take a look at this. I'm having a lot of fun with Troll. I think it's a pretty good one. It's all over the timeline. It's very recognizable meme, and Fluffy's video is fucking hilarious, dude. I have on my vision board up here, go back out to Venice Beach and just skate, hang out. And I'm trying to meet up with that motherfucker if he lives out there. He's funny as I laughed so hard at his video. But I would like to make some content with people like that. So if you're a funny motherfucker and you like having a good time, you're around the East Coast area. I'm in Delaware, right outside of Philadelphia. But yeah, let's link. Let's cook. So I posted this. Yeah, again, I got to go out to 4 hour. So I put this on the radar for everybody on the timeline. Anybody following me, they would see me, kind of talking about this, having some fun with it. I saw some people that I've watched in the space make fucking crazy money, and I didn't want to get into this here. Like I was like, no, this is every time I get into these fucking things, I gotta carry that bag all the way through this shit. I'm not doing it again right here. So when I saw this thing moving, I was like, all right, let me get into this. Let me buy some of this. Let me see what's going on, because it was like kind of inching up this area. And once I saw that, I was like, all right, I'm making my move. So I did buy into this thing pretty good. It's probably my biggest bag right now outside of Bonk, Jupe, and Solana and stuff like that. This is probably my biggest meme coin bag, just because I think this goes ballistic. It's got 24 million on the market cap, 16,000 holders. So you have a lot more room for this thing to grow and get to the same numbers that we're seeing. And one thing you start to notice when you start paying attention to these popular meme coins, there's a very similar pattern with the amount of holders and market caps. Just keep that in consideration looking at them. If you're like, damn, these things usually go to 100 mil market cap and they got, 50,000 holders in them or something like that. It's typically the same fucking people buying the shit. So just keep that in mind. I mean, I could prove it, but like, there's no real sense in that. But anyway, filled the gap, came back down. Now you're getting the cup and handle situation for the upward movement. It did sell off over yesterday, but we're up 18% on the day right now. Not too 19% on the day right now. Again, not too shabby. It was up higher, but we'll see this thing continue to move. Like I said, if you have, let's switch this to market cap. What the fuck was I saying? My bad. I don't remember what I was saying. Market cap. And again, when you start to see these things and these correlations, you can kind of look at, where do these coins top out? Where do they, run out of gas? Well, this was 42 mil. Do you think it's going to be hard to double this 42 mil? I don't think so at all. I think this is, I think this is an easy fucking play right now. And I think soon will be an easy mode overall. Just fucking buy something. You're going to make better gains than playing the stock market and traditional investing. Even if you use the same rules, you're like, oh shit, this went up 50%. You're not going to get stocks that run like that unless there's a short squeeze or something. But I do miss stocks, man. I do want to get back into options and calls and stuff like that. So I'll zoom out on this. And again, let's see what this is something I want you guys to practice or at least take a look at. I feel like there's a bug in my ear. So now, doesn't this look a little bit like, all right, this is kind of flat, nothing really going on here, but it's bouncing between these ranges of 11 million and 42 million. And we're right here dead center, cutting through all of this fucking bullshit at 24.4. Now, how does this get to 100 million? Well, virality and more memes and more people talking about the coin. Just bottom line, that's just more interest has to come into it, and that will come. And I just, man, this looks like a good chart, at least right here. But these are the targets. 70, 80, 90 million, like all of these. If you're waiting for these to get up here, you got to be disciplined. You got to not pay attention to the chart every single day. Not watching it like a hawk unless you're sharing this and showing people opportunity. But, it would be a lot better to get in this area than wait until you're at 50 mil. Some people like to wait till they get to those points because they think that there's a little bit more trust, a little bit more, people that believe in the coin at that point. I don't care personally. I see what I see. I see the chart, and I can see this thing making a nice move up here. Could be completely wrong. That's the game we play here, but I don't think that's the case. Like I said, 24.5 mil in the market cap, 16,000 holders on here. Let's go ahead and take a look at Beercoin. I think I'm going to run this for another, I would say 45 minutes or so, or fuck, not 45. 15. It'll be 11:45 when we wrap this up. Just because I want to look at meme coins with you guys today and see if you guys had anything you wanted me to take a look at. But I will be happy to take a look at these ones on my own. So I got into this literally right here. I saw Dex post about this. Dexro, if you're not following Dexro, one of my homies, dude's so fun. He's a good person to follow in this space. I'll say that. But me and him were going back on a couple coins and on a live stream, and we had the same thesis with so many different bags. So it was kind of funny. And he mentioned this to like Poco, I think it was. I saw them kind of going back and forth. I was like, oh shit. I know both these guys know a little bit about what they're doing here. I'm not going to fade this. This is like one of those things. Once you get into the space long enough, you start to see like who are real players, who are people that you can have your opinions on anything here, but who do you think are making moves and quality moves? And you can kind of look at their history and just kind of see their connections and networks and stuff like that and see how things work. And I'm not saying that for any kind of insider information or cabal type shit. This is just publicly talked about in the timeline. Anybody could see this. So when I saw him talking, I was like, well, fuck, if they're looking at it like this, I know that their friends are looking at it like this, and then their friends are going to be looking at their posts. So I put my bid in and I, bought in right here, and it went up. Like, I think it was like my first buy was, I think I hit like a 4x or 3x or something like that. I didn't sell anything. I took profits somewhere down around here and then bought back in. So simple as that. I didn't want to sell here. I wanted to sell up here or like higher, just way higher than this, because we're at 112,000 market cap. I think this has, the capabilities to go to $1 million. Why wouldn't it? I mean, we're seeing so many of these coins run to $1 million and double digit millions and shit like that. Like it's not uncommon with Solana. If you're on any other chain, God help you. Unless, well, not any other. You have runners on Abstract, you have runners on a lot of these chains, but some of these chains, it'd be amazing to see them break these market caps sometimes. But the holders, there's only 1,000 holders in here. You're early as fuck with Beercoin, and it's not going away. You got summer going on. You got Memorial Day. People are drinking. I'm making videos. The whole the group chat, everybody in there is working together, making more content, having a good time, catching vibes, and we're doing this the way that organic, real communities are built. This is beer. A lot of people drink beer. All you got to do is keep talking about it and show them how they can get it back. And if they want to sell and they get up, go. You double your money, get out. Cool. Who cares? I personally, there's going to be more people, and the content will keep running. One of the biggest things I personally think lately is more content creators getting involved in these communities and holding on to them. And here's a play that I would suggest to you guys. If you want to get into a community and you feel like if I sell, I shouldn't be in that community, well, get a community bag that's rather larger and then get yourself some fucking trading on the side. Just open another wallet and trade the shit out of that one. If you want to take the scalp trades and make money every single day and cycle it back to your other plays, you could do that. That's cool. But hold on one second. Anyway, this is Beercoin. I really like the coin. I like the community. I like what's going on. I got in there pretty early, in my opinion. The chart tells you that. But I'm in this one for the long run. I want to see this fucking pump. And I'd love to be a part of, helping that happen. So grab yourself some Beercoin, and do the chug. Oh, shit. I forgot to tell you. There's a challenge. There's like $10,000 on the line for the best video or the best chug or something like that. I did mine in 3 seconds. Just gonna put that out there. Your boys out here stacking W's. All right, Pengu, probably the #1 IP play in all of fucking crypto right now. This is just absolutely insane the way this is performing. But here's the kicker. You've got a lot more fucking upside. This looks a lot like Magic Eden. And I'm deeply, deeply sad. But like, all right, so I had a compromised wallet from 2021. I clicked on a link in Ghost Kid DAO Discord, and it was completely my fault, but I thought it was Shadow, and it was somebody impersonating him. And I talked to Shadow, and he immediately paid me back for the money I lost and gave me an NFT and all of this shit. And I'm like, yo, you don't have to do all of that, but yeah, he didn't want to see anybody down and get hit like that. And that's the beauty of this space, is so many people are willing to help you out, because so many people make life-changing money here. Like, crypto will change your life if you dedicate yourself and your time to it, just like fucking anything. And I don't know what's in my eye right now, but it's bothering the shit out of me, and it's blurry. But Pengu, they got the games, they got abstract, they got every event they go to with that fucking big ass penguin, like, draws a crowd. It's recognizable as all hell. Like, this is Alex Becker was talking about this being like the next Mickey Mouse type of play, and I don't think he's too far off, man. Like, I don't have enough of this. I'm extremely underexposed, and we're at 971 million on this fucking play. Like, can you imagine where this is going? Like, this is such a beautiful setup right here. Just nice fucking what's it called? Accumulation zones right here. You're not having crazy run-ups. You're not having any, hard sells. You have a couple, bigger ones right there where the clips out, but let them, man. They probably held all the way through here. Probably held from here to here to here. But I think you'd be doing yourself a disservice to sell anywhere before all-time high. Well, maybe not all-time high, but this thing. Like, I don't know how long or how much it's going to take to get to 160. But if it can go to 40 cents or 4 cents up here, that's not too shabby. Again, I think this has a lot of room to run. I think this is a long-term investment if you would like to. Pengu's not going anywhere, man. It's really cool to see this whole thing develop, and the bullish sentiment on the timeline, the bullish people, just with Luca and everything that they got going on. Do not fade Pengu. All right. This is another one of my favorites. This is Ponky. Ponky at one point, it had the most engagements out of all meme coins across all platforms, which is insane. And I used to honestly like pray and wish that I could get dips like this to go all the way back down here. Is this? No. That's not the run up I wanted to see. Let me get to again, you got to go to the 4 hours on your charts here just so you can see the full picture. There we go. All right, this is kind of looking similar over here where you have these big run up, little splurt. Same thing right here. Just chop to the side. This looks like it's about to break out. Let it coil up a little bit more, and you're probably going to get similar things like this starting to happen. As things heat up, Ponky's going to be one of the first big movers, just because it's such a big coin and like community is huge. 76,000 wallets, but there is a shit ton of holders, and it's a good community, good people in there. I was in a group chat with a lot of the homies for a while, made some good friendships within crypto through that. But the market cap is at $95.6 million right here. The all-time high is $1.53. Now, some people say, no, that's the Mevbot or whatever the fuck that thing is. I don't know exactly how this kind of thing happened, unless it's a fat finger. I just don't I don't know the story behind this. But there was a coin, cat with hat, sea with, maybe. Am I thinking about? I gotta double check. There's a coin that had a similar thing, and the dude fat fingered the shit out of it. Like, bought way early and bought a shit ton of the coin, and basically like he just ate the entire time that thing ran up, and it had a parabolic run, and everybody was like, it's never gonna fucking fill that. It filled that thing. It did. So I'm not gonna say this can't. It's only gonna take like a 5 to 6x, right? 25, 6. So I guess you need like an 8 or 9x for Ponky to hit all-time high up here. shit, dude. You don't ever know. Let's see the money pour in here, see what happens to these coins. But your best bet is to get in on the bottom, buy low, sell high. Don't buy high and sell low. You're gonna pistol yourself for that one. Let's see. Got some other coins in here. I kind of want to take a look at Housecoin. This seems to be popping up more and more. Oh, nice clip. See what happens? You say something nice about it, fucking motherfucker starts selling. All right. Well, we know how that happened, but either way, doesn't really matter at this point. This is why I try and tell people, like, I call this traffic because it's an easy way to look at it, where like it's an intersection, there's a bunch of shit going on, you got traffic right here. But that's the support and resistance right here. You had your breakout that became support. Awesome to see that happen on a breakout. That kind of shows you a lot of the core holders and people that have been buying the dips. Like, look at the sell off, look at the dip buy, look at the dip buy, look at the dip buy, sell off, sell off, sell off. And you're seeing just dip by left and right, left and right. You love to see that kind of shit, especially with these coins and these charts. Looks like there is a nice little uptrend over here. Probably fills the gap. Doesn't seem like it's going to take too much. And there's a lot of pretty notable people that have rather large bags of this. So if you want to buy a house with a house coin, you got to, I don't know. I would imagine this would be crazy. My bad. It might be fucking siesta time, puppy. No, it looks like it is about to break out. You're getting, well, there is a double top there. Those aren't good. Those typically signal that you're gonna see some downside. This is in a downtrend. You have no higher highs, you have no higher lows in the full scope of this thing. Until you get to here, this reversal, you're gonna have to break through here to convince me otherwise. With about 8-9 cents, it very well could continue just working its way up there. There's no doubt about it. But right now, considerably, I mean, this is a downtrend overall. Argue with me if you want to. I don't care, but I am bullish on it. I'm not saying anything bad, but seeing a double top, seeing it kind of curl and like almost flatten out, like right there, those typically seem to come back down. If it does, it's an opportunity to jump in. 63.18 million on the market cap, 22,000 wallets holding this coin in there. At least one piece of, or one fraction of a coin or something like that. I don't know exactly. There's fucking this many wallets with that in there. But I do like the coin, 6 cents, and the all-time high was 12 cents. So right here, you're going to hit a double up, and anything past that that's game. That's awesome. All right. Do I want to look at anything else right now? All right. We'll look at Trump, and then we're getting out of here. I need to eat. I might go to the gym. I got some artwork. Oh, I should show you guys this after we look at the coin. I can't fucking concentrate sometimes. All right. What is the thesis behind that? Well, it's the fucking president. He's bullish on crypto. That's really all you kind of need. And it went from $9 to $15 and even higher. Let's zoom all the way out again. I do like to look at the charts like this just to see the most recent activity. But shoo, I remember this run up, dude. This was insanity. 70 some dollars. I thought this was going to go to 100 for sure. 2.55 billion on the market cap, $12.77, and you've got 637,000.75. I don't know why I said it like that. Holders on this. You're at the basic bottom of this. Yeah, sure, you can go down another $5. It's showing some good support here. We've seen all these charts show a similar pattern, right? You guys are seeing this thing right here where they're all, down. You got Pengu. We had, what was the other one? Ponky, right? Is that what we're looking at? Either way, you know what I'm talking about. We saw this little staircasing pattern kind of flatten out, accumulation zones after, a long sell off right here. That's good. That's a good sign. And it's a good sign you might want to grab a bag or two because it's the president. If you don't think that this is going to run back up, you're batshit crazy. Which is fair. Be crazy. But that's it for today, fam. I'm wrapping that up and closing that out. And give me 1 second. All right. Some people might be able to figure out what this is. I mean, it's obviously a spray paint can that I've painted red. I was just thinking of like cool shit to do with what I love to do outside of crypto and bring it into crypto and make some kind of collectibles. IRL stuff that you can display, put on your little shelfy shelf, you know. I'll just leave you with that. But I'm really excited to be working on this. And there is paint in these things. So, yeah, we'll have fun with that. But nah, I did this yesterday because I saw a picture that gave me some cool ideas, and I was like, I should do that. I should do real versions of some things like that. And I don't know, just gonna continue doing different shit that you don't see, but bring it back to the home base because I think that's the niche that I can create with what I got. Like I love fucking art. I'm never gonna stop creating stuff. Every single day I try to make something a little bit cooler, a little bit more pretty, a little bit more beautiful. Like I did what phone is this? Okay, yeah. Yesterday. Yo, this motherfucker's hilarious. All right, iPhone. I don't want you to do that either. Okay. So I went down to the bridge and did a little primo jump. Oh, it's backwards still. But I got a video I'm gonna be editing to, put that together for you guys. I'm looking at it now and I'm like, I hate it. That's how I am with everything. Fuck, I do. I'm half tempted to go down there and fix some of it and put a shell on it. There's no real reason to. But I did this in like 20 minutes, so whatever. I was bored. Well, I can't say I was bored. I was fucking in the Beercoin chat, and the motherfuckers are drinking beers right after 12 o'clock, whatever. I was outside working, cleaning up the carport area. So I was like, well, fucking, I have a couple beers with the boys. About 4 or 5 of them later, I was like, I want to go paint something. I happened to jump into a primo space, and I was like, yeah, fuck it. Why not? We started talking about graffiti, and I was like, you know what? I've got a gang of cans that I could take with me real quick. And yeah, see? Little caps. But yeah, that's something I just kind of wanted to give a little teaser. I think you guys will really like what this turns into. And I'm not sure if I want to keep this for myself or if I'm going to offer it up. I'm definitely going to do some kind of digital thing. Maybe take a cool picture or draw this, or something. I don't know. I'm going to do something cool with it and tokenize it and show people how they can tokenize their own work, tokenize every fucking thing. I know people are like, you can't tokenize everything. Well, until you do, like, you can't. So I agree with you to an extent. That's it. Only a short, small baby extent. That sounds cool. You sound cool, Des. But that's it. That's all we got. I'm 5 minutes past where I said I was going to get out of here, but I'll catch you guys later. What's next? What are we doing next? All right. So I got tomorrow. We're going to run the same schedule and keep doing this. I dropped 1 short. I got 2 more shorts that I want to drop today, and I got to put the backlog together. So this is one thing. Well, if you guys are making content and some of the tricks or hacks or whatever, it's actually not a fucking hack. It's not a trick. It's don't be a pussy. Make a schedule, make a routine, stick to that shit. Like if you want to be good at something, you got to practice at it. You got to put repetitions in. You got to fail at it, and you got to find a reason to keep going. And if you got to find a reason from somebody else, that's not your thing. That's not your shtick. Like, you got to find something else that's gonna make you want to do it. Like the art stuff I do here. I don't have to have any. I'm just gonna do it because that's what I do. I like it. It fulfills that need. When you're doing content, you're in the most competitive field out there, I guess. I mean, it's got to be one of the highest competitive places to be, and you got to figure out something. Yes, that is absolutely. Oh, I see you got the little in the front. See, look, Des knows. Consistency is crucial, but you got to be willing to show up every single day. Like, if you want to be an amateur or just a hobbyist, cool. Do it as you please. You want to be a professional, like, no days off. And when people say, "Oh, I'm sick, I'm not feeling that well, I'm not going to host a space," well, push through it. That's simple. You don't have to feel well. Your job is to bring a space together. If you can't do it at that day, like, hey, it happens, but you got to ask yourself, are you really that sick? Were you really that tired? Could you really not do it a little bit more? You know who's going to do it? Me. Like, do I have to have 1 million people showing up every day? No, not at all. I did content since 2021, and some of my videos got like 14 views over 4 years. I give no fucks about that. I don't care. I'm more impressed with my consistency and not giving up on what I want to do. And, from that motherfucker, Jack Burke, that son of a bitch from Canary Capital or Canary Funds, whatever the fuck his name is. He pissed me off so much when he was like, unless you got $1 million, I have no time for, a YouTuber with 1,000 followers. I was like, you cocksucker. That's such a fucking dickhead thing to say. That's they're the ETF guys. They're the fund that puts that all together. And there was the announcement from Say, and they agreed for a Google call and a meeting. And I explained exactly who I was, what I wanted to do, and then fucking a minute before that, the dude canceled it. And I was like, what a fucking dickhead. So I scheduled it again because he didn't say anything to me. And I was like, maybe it's an accident. And then he comments, he was like, you're harassing me unless you got $1 million. I was like, yo, fuck this dude. And then their office in Delaware, I built the building. I literally put the glass in the CSC building. So I was like, this son of a bitch. I kind of want to go up there and see him and like borrow $1 million from one of my friends. Be like, hey, let me just pretend to invest this money just to see this guy face to face and, deal with this. But I don't want to fucking do anything aggravated. I just want to see him face to face and see if he's going to be like that. That's just me. That's just the person I am. I just thought it was kind of a dickhead thing to do. But since he said that, I've been hell-bent on making sure I get my numbers up. And you can absolutely see from that day, like, it's just been an upward progress. And yeah, there are going to be days that you're not going to knock it out of the park. But some of these videos are doing better than like a whole year's worth of videos we're doing. And it comes with failing and being willing to be accountable for your failures. Like, your failures are the mother of all success, man. Like, that's the fucking truth. Unless you quit, then you're a pussy and you don't get to be successful. You have to find something else. But if you want to be successful at anything in anything at all, your job, sports, playing cards, fucking Pokemon, you have to stay with it. You have to stick with it. And I don't even know how to play Pokemon, but I would imagine that you got to stay around. But yeah, from seeing that, like, man, I'm grateful for that. And it's like, it's funny to me. Like, I'm never going to physically ever hurt anybody. Like, it's more fun just to kind of like laugh at. But it's those kind of things that I remember that I didn't think would be the catalyst. I never thought that, that would be the reason that, I picked up my pace. I don't know. That's the way the world works, man. You're put into positions for a certain reason. Most of them are tests, and I don't know how this became a fucking inspirational TED talk, but I guess I'll just finish out the hour. We got 6 more minutes here. But yeah, if you don't take shots, man, like, you're gonna live a life of regret, and it's not gonna hit you until it's too late. I'm 37, and sure, there's a million other things I could have done. My life changed when I got into investing into stocks and learned about crypto. It absolutely changed because I realized I was working a construction job at 16 years, or for 16 years at that time, not making the kind of money I wanted to make, not going the places I wanted to go, but just stuck to this job because the only thing I knew was to work my ass off and make money. And sure, construction as a young man, you can knock it out of the park, especially if you outwork everybody. Like, it was great. I really, really enjoyed it. I had years that I was like early 20s making like $80,000. I didn't know what to do with it at that time. I spent it. I spent most of it. You know what I mean? Save a little bit, spend a little bit more, save a little bit, whatever. You know, all of those things, like I said, those are the tests to make sure that you're ready for what's coming next. And if you never pass those tests, you just stay right there, and that's okay. Like, if you're comfortable, you got a family, you got a 9 to 5, and you don't have these overreaching dreams, that's fine. And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, some of those people are the people that you need to talk to just to ground yourself sometimes, because there's nothing wrong with them. Like, they're not dumb, they're not retarded. They just chose to do this. And if they see the, the opportunity or the same thing that you see in crypto, when you have conversations with these people, when their eyes start to open up, that's where you can, offer that little olive branch of like, hey, if you're interested in checking this out, like, all you got to do is get a wallet. I could send you some funds right now, and it'll be there damn near instantly. And you can start playing the game right now. And when people see that, they're like, oh, okay. So like, all I have to do is download this. I'm like, yep. You can download Moonshot. You can download, what's the other one I just did a video on? The Slingshot. Yeah, that one. That one's pretty cool because you got multi-chain access on there. That's the one that I kind of send people to, just because I like it. It's pretty cool. And who knows what could come with that. But Moonshot's another one I like. I thought that was pretty cool with Solana tokens and stuff like that. I think that might fade out just a bit because you're seeing the progression with these, unless they add to what they have, because when you have more options, there's just going to be more people at the party. Simple as that. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're going to wrap this up. I'm not going to sit here and talk for another 5 minutes about this shit. Making sure. Oh, what's next? That's right. So tomorrow, same schedule. GM chat in the morning, SMS live. Expect at least 3 shorts throughout the day. And later on today, I'm probably going to be dropping a long form video on YouTube because I got to get better at that consistency there. Like, I got to take my own advice. That's my biggest fucking problem. I tell you shit, and I don't always follow up with the same shit I tell you. And then I'm like, what the I knew better than that. Like, I knew I should just do it. And if your gut hits you or you have an idea, I would highly suggest keeping index cards around. It's something that I always do. And if you're friends with Zach, you can get one of the cool field books that he sent me. And these things fit in here perfectly. So I keep tangible, notes on me just so I don't forget. And I have a record of what I'm supposed to do and what's next. Like, I did forget already about whatever the fuck, the furs for the dogs. I know I wanted to draw some shit today, but I had already forgotten because of a couple hours went by doing so much different things. So write a list of things you want to do down. Get serious about your goals, man. And you can do it. It's really that simple. The hard part, it's struggling when you don't get the views, you don't get the jobs, you don't get the opportunities, you get overlooked. Like, when all of the bad shit, and there's a lot of bad shit that could happen, that's what weeds out the people that really want it. And then you have the disciplined people that are a little bit better than the other people, where they're like, I'm showing up no matter what. Like, I got to do this. Like, my next guest, he's locking in and really, really putting his foot down and putting the hammer down on the gas pedal, and trying to pursue that. And I want to dive into that conversation a little bit more on Thursday. So make sure you guys tune in on Thursday for that. But like I said, we have Quicks this Wednesday. I'm going to be working with him. So you might see us pop on stream here and there just to make sure that he's getting into live stream for the first time. So I don't think he knows how to press all the buttons and all of that. So I tell everybody, and if you're listening and you want to do this too, and you want to live stream, you want to learn how to get into this, you can jump onto the chat and fuck around with the buttons and see how this stuff works. It's really easy. This is my phone. I have my computer set up. Got this nice microphone from Tipo Draw Club. Shout out to the homies out there. And it's a really simple process. I'm using lights. I got one here. I got my desk light, and then I got one in the background. It's like a lighter tone. I don't know the math or science behind it. I did look into it before. I see other people that do this too. But when I turn the light on, it looks much, much clearer. So I would definitely say get some lights. Those ring lights are great that people use. This lamp works just fine for me. So I'm not, it's literally, guys, it's a lamp. But this is like an actual propped light that has whatever. You get the fucking idea. All right. Did we hit the time yet? Because I'm getting out of here. You guys are going crazy now. All right, hope you guys enjoyed the stream and got some kind of value out of it. Trying to help you find opportunities with the meme coins, especially the ones that I like. Why not? I mean, we can be in the same communities, but if you guys got other coins, you got suggestions, you got things you want me to take a look at, feel free to drop them in the comments and the DMs, whatever you got to do, get my attention to take a look at these. And if I like them, I might make some content on them. I might, bring them up here and talk about them and get more people to see them. Other than that, like I said, as far as goals and ambition and drive, man, you gotta outwork everybody else. You gotta be a fucking dog in this game. And if you're not, like, you're gonna be upset with yourself in a year or 2 years. Like when I got into this, people in Solana, like we're not anywhere where they're at now, and seeing the growth and seeing them stay so consistent and on that specific thing, and how many lives have changed just from that, bro. It's possible, and it's going to get bigger and it's going to get better. So I hope that helps. Hope that gave you some reason to keep going. Now I'm going to go try to hop in some of these spaces. I think there's a couple going on at 12 I want to tap into and connect with these guys. But again, thanks for all your support, guys. It really means a lot. Share this out for more people. It's recorded so they can catch up and see what we got cooking. You might catch me later, like I said, with Quicks, kind of looking at some buttons and seeing how all this stuff works. But really looking forward to our conversation on Wednesday. He's been one of my best friends in the space since I started here. So it'll be cool to connect with him and, catch up. But till then, cheers. Have a good day, guys. Take care of yourself. Go grab a beer. It's Memorial Day. Drink it. Buy some beer coin. And I'll see you guys on the timeline.